Classic rock album reviews coming right at you. Schmack-a-mug-up, everybody. Hey, King Dinosaur. He asked me to review this right here. The Beatles White Album. He said, yo, man, I want to hear you talk about the Beatles White Album. I never really heard what you thought about this album. So I'm going to do an album review of an amazing album. I absolutely love this album. This album is a gem. But it has its blemishes, in my opinion. There's some songs on here I think flat out suck. You know? Not a lot, though. Not many. Very little amount. But there's some sucky things on this double album, which, God, I love it. I mean, I play this a lot. You know, and I even sit through the sucky songs. But I will explain to you later on what is the last song on this album for me. Alright? So, alright, I didn't have to take notes or nothing. This is like in my DNA. We start with Back in the USSR. A fun song. You know, it's got kind of like a little Beach Boys influence on it. And I remember, it's kind of sketchy because it was so long ago, but I read that was kind of a parody to California Girls. I don't know. I read something like that. There's more people out there that are more Beatles aficionados that would know something like that. Like the dude that would come on my channel from Accept. That guy is a Beatles I should ask him if it's true, if it was a parody about that. All right, and then we got Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? I love Dear Prudence. A song about Mia Farrow's sister that wouldn't come out of her little hut when they were over there, I think in India, you know, with the Maharishi. And just a beautiful song. A lot of these songs were written there. And yeah, it's a cool, beautiful, mellow song. And I will say now, starting here, this to me is John Lennon at his absolute peak on this album. I do not think John Lennon has ever done anything as good as these songs. Though I will say Abbey Road has come together, and She's So Heavy. You know, there's some good songs on Abbey Road, and Across the Universe, Dig a Pony. You know, there's a couple good ones on Let It Be. But I don't think any of those songs on those albums are as good as anything John does on the White Album and down. And I gotta say, you know, even especially his solo stuff. Shit, I'll put the Abbey Road Let It Be songs above all his solo stuff. But this, John was at his peak in my opinion. I don't think he wrote better songs that are on this album after this album. Yeah, there's a few before this album, like Day in a Life, I think it's his masterpiece. Amazing song, In My Life. Jeez, I can go on forever on that one. Walrus. He's got so many killer songs, man. I'm a Loser. I can go on, I can sit here all day and talk about the earlier John stuff. But I'll do that in another episode. All right, next, Glass Onion. One of the best songs on here. Good, hard rockin' John song. Where, you know, he mentions kind of the past. You know, I got some news for you all. The walrus was Paul. You know, and it's just an awesome song. I love it. And also I should talk about the, God, should I grab, yeah, hold on. It's right here. I should have grabbed it earlier. All right. Yeah, there ain't no editing on this episode, let me tell you. No editing at all. And is this one? Nope, not that one. Not that one. Yes, I found it. I got it. All I can say is screw editing. All right, this is the White Album with the Escher demos. I gotta talk about a lot of these songs, and also they appear on Anthology 3. Like Glass Onion, for instance. It's a total different version. It's awesome. Though I do prefer the White Album version. And same thing with the Obladi, which is the next song, right? Obladi. There's a total different version of Obladi recorded back then I dig as well. Obladi, man, I love this song. My ex-guitar player hated it. He loves, not my ex, he will always be my guitar player. What was I? Oh yeah, he hates Obladi. I think that song's fucking awesome. It's a good, happy tune, you know? And I remember it was, I believe, 2010. One of the many times I saw McCartney was at the Joe Robbie Stadium, I believe, right? Well, it was called Joe Robbie back then, I think. And that was the first time I seen him do Obladi, and let me tell you, that was the best reaction the whole night. The whole place went berserk, and it was the first time he played it after me seeing him 4 or 5 times. And the place fucking, I loved it. I love Obladi. Screw my guitar player. The band broke up, so he can't be an ex-guitar player. We got the band, and you know, the band broke up, so that doesn't make him my ex-guitar player. He's my guitar player for life. We should have let the band go, keep going. Then he should have quit while the band kept going so he could be my ex-guitar player. Why am I talking about this during the Beatles? Not cool. I apologize, King Dinosaur. All right, next. Wild Honey Pie. Okay, here we go with the suck. At least it's short. This is the best of the suck because of the length of it. It's stupid. Honey pie, honey pie. Oh, no, thank you. I hear a Yoko influence in there. All right, speaking of Yoko, the next song, The Continuing Story of Bungalow Bill. Absolutely love this song. I love it. And you hear Yoko singing, but you know what's cooler than hearing Yoko singing? You hear Yoko kind of faint, but you hear Ringo all the way up front. Hey, Bungalow Bill, what did you kill? It's really a Ringo and John song with a little bit of Yoko's thrown in there. And I think Yoko's horrendous voice, still better than Sammy Belcher's voice, is good. Faint with Ringo's awesome, what would you do if I sang out of tune? You know, he's not like your conventional singer, but he's got that style that I love. That it's kind of like a singer with Down syndrome. And I don't mean that in a bad way, you know? But it sounds like a person with Down syndrome, how Ringo sings. So don't take that offensively, because that's what it sounds like to me. You know? Anyway, my next door neighbor, Gordy, may he rest in peace, had Down syndrome. And I grew up with the guy. So, you know, me and him were tight. We were buds, you know? All right. Rest in peace, Gordy. You ruled. All right. Continue the story of Bungalow Bill. Right on. All right. Next. While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I hate it. I know. It's one of the popular ones and everybody likes it and this and that. There is also the acoustic version of While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I don't like either. If I had to pick, I guess I'd go with the acoustic one. But I don't like the little ding, ding, the piano and the Eric Clapton. I think George Harrison is definitely the overrated Beatle. I know most of you would say Ringo. No. Ringo, Down syndrome voice and all, is better than George Harrison. In my opinion, I'm a big Beatles fan, and I will talk good about George Harrison coming up. I mean, I don't hate the guy, but he wrote like the worst Beatles songs, I think. All right, like the song on Sgt. Pepper. I know I've heard people go, man, I love that song, man. Or Magical Mystery Tour. Please don't be long. Please don't you be very long. You fucking suck. I hate that shit. It makes me miss Sammy Belcher. That's how bad it is. All right, and this, I don't like While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Probably his most famous version. All right, and here's something even more controversial. Prince. Everybody raves how amazing Prince is during that, I think it was Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where he performs it with Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, and I think George Harrison's son. That guitar solo, I'll tell you this right now, it's awesome. I'm not saying it's bad. It's great. It is awesome. But I don't hear as many people praise Gary Moore as they do Prince as a guitar player. Are we really going to go there? Seriously. Are we going to go there? Do not debate me if you think Prince is better. A better guitar player than Gary Moore. There's no reason we should talk or be friends. Oh, I'm just kidding about the last part. All right, what's next after that? Happiness is a Warm Gun. Fucking awesome. Another awesome John song. When I hold you in my arms and I feel my finger on your trigger, I know nobody can do me no harm because... Fucking great. I don't know. It may be an anti-war song, whatever. John Lennon was a hippie and a hypocrite, but whatever. It's a good song. Good song. Whatever the thought was behind it, it's a good damn tune. I love it with the little doo-wop part in there. Little mellow intro. Fucking I need a fix because I'm going down. Genius shit. John's peak. And that's not even John's best song on the White Album. Oh, that's coming up. All right. What's after Happiness? Oh, Martha, My Dear. Love it. It's something John Lennon would call Paul McCartney granny music, but I love Paul McCartney granny music. I do. You know, he called Your Mother Should Know That. I love that song. I love Paul McCartney's little whimsical tunes. And Martha, My Dear, Martha was the name of his dog back then. He had I think it was a sheepdog or a shepherd, whatever. That was his dog back then. And I'm sad to say that dog has since passed away. Rest in peace, Martha. Anyway, I love Martha, My Dear. It's awesome. All right, next. I'm so tired, I haven't slept a wink. The best damn song on here and the best John Lennon song on the White Album. Fucking badass. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. One of the greatest Beatles songs ever. Probably my top 5. If not top 10. Because it's the Beatles after all. I'm so tired. Fucking awesome. Next, Blackbird Singing in the Dead of Night. Man, every time I saw Paul, he would play it. No, that's not true. Did he play it the first time? I don't think he played it the first time. The last time I saw him play it, it elevated him really high in the sky. Poor Paul, man. He's old, you know. His voice ain't what it used to be. You can hear it. At least he ain't playing tapes. But his voice is a little ragged, you know. He's up there in age. But it was still beautiful and awesome to hear this guy sing Blackbird. I'm telling you, man, when I saw Paul McCartney the first time, when I was front row at the Joe Robbins Stadium, 1990, I cried. I have never cried at a concert. ever. I cried. I mean, you know, I stood there and tears came down. I wasn't like, it's not like I was a chick at a Justin Bieber show. But, you know, some tears came out when he came out, you know, did Figure 8. I was right there. And during Let It Be, his piano, like, rotated and he pointed right at me, man. Paul McCartney noticed me. I was in Paul McCartney's brain for about 1.5 seconds. I bet he still remembers me. All right, I was wearing a Skinner shirt that night. I don't know why I remember that. I don't remember what shirt I wear at any shows I go to, but I remember I wore a Leonard Skinner shirt that night. A white Leonard Skinner shirt. I love Leonard Skinner. All right, maybe that's why. Paul probably digs Leonard Skinner. He was like, hey, guy with a Leonard Skinner shirt. Hell yeah. My favorite song is On the Hunt. I would have been like, whoa, Paul, I didn't know that. I'm rambling too much, ain't I? All right, Blackbird is great. All right, next one. Piggies. Oh, by the way, Blackbird is about a black chick. Piggies. By the way, Ian Gillan, I don't know if you know this, but Ian Gillan doesn't know what to do with black chicks. That's right. Ian Gillan from Deep Purple. When it comes to black girls, he doesn't know what to do. If you don't believe me, get the album Who Do You Think We Are from Deep Purple and listen to the song Super Trooper. Is it Super Trooper? Black thing. No, Smooth Dancer, not Super Trooper. Listen to Smooth Dancer off that album. He doesn't know what to do with black chicks. It's weird, man. All right, next. Piggies. George Harrison song, and I love it. This is a great one. I don't think George Harrison writes nothing but crappy songs. Taxman was great, even though John Lennon claimed he wrote most of it. I love the first song on a Beatles album he did, Don't Bother Me. Love it. I love Something, I think, is the best song he wrote ever. Here Comes the Sun is great. I Mean Mine's pretty good. All right, but let's get back here. Piggies. I love Piggies. Can you see the little piggies? It's so weird. That's what I love about the White Album. You got some rockin' songs. Then you got some songs that rock, but they go into weird things like Happiness is a Warm Gun, you know, and shit like that. And Piggies is like just bizarrely killer, I think. I just love it. Piggies, is it my favorite George Harrison song on the White Album? Yes. It owns While My Guitar Gently Weeps in my world. And you don't live in my world if you disagree. And I don't want to live in yours. All right, let's keep going. Rocky Raccoon quit back in his room. What an awesome, beautiful, killer Paul song. Starts like all country bumpkin-ish. Then it goes into, you know, another grandma type tune, but kind of slowed down. It has a story about it, you know, Rocky gets shot and chick involved, you know. A great Paul tune. I love Rocky Raccoon. All right, Don't Pass Me By. Here's the first Ringo song. I love it. It's jangly. It's going on. You're watching down your footsteps. That Down syndrome voice. I love it. Cool song. Don't pass me by. Don't say goodbye. Next, Why Don't We Do It in the Road? Awesome. It's very short, but you know, Paul's rocking. Why don't we do it in the road? Ain't nobody watching us. Why don't we do it in the road? He repeats that like about 5 million times. And I still love it. It's awesome. Very short song, but I love it. Next, I Will. Beautiful. It reminds me of something like that song on Hard Day's Night. And I Love Her. Kind of beautiful, little mellow tune. Not long. It's just a gorgeous song. I will. Fucking beautiful. The structure, the play, the greatest band ever. I said it before and I'll say it again. My favorite bands are 70s Black Sabbath, 80s Merciful Fate. Those are my favorite bands. Okay? Now, the greatest band, not my favorite, but the greatest band is the Beatles. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're saying, hey, you know, what the hell's wrong with you? You say these are your favorite bands, yet you say there's a band better than your favorite band? Let me explain something to you. I'm insane, and you're normal, and you should fix that. Fix that normal shit. Fuck that. Cure the sane. Beatles are the greatest band ever. Not my favorite, but the greatest. All right, next. All right, Julia. Julia ends side one, John Lennon song. He wrote about his mom that died. Beautiful little ballad. I love it. Half of what I mean is even that. It's so tranquil and beautiful. Beautiful song. Love it. Brings an end to disc 1. Now we go to disc 2, and we're 23 minutes into this. Wow, this is a long one, King Dinosaur. Well, it's a double album, and there's a lot to talk about, obviously. And yeah, I guess I talked about stuff other than the Beatles, but whatever. Birthday starts album 2. It's kind of like, I wouldn't go as far to say it sucks and it's bad. Ringo's good on it. Not a bad song, but I don't think it's up to the quality of everything we've heard before, except for that dumb George Harrison song. And Wow Honey Pie, right? No, it's just Honey Pie. So yeah, Birthday's whatever. Then it goes into Your Blues. Again, this is my least favorite John song on the album. It's not bad, but it is a little, you know, well, not the worst John song on the album. There's something else that John does later on the album that's worse. I'll get to that later. That ain't a song. But, yeah, Your Blues is okay. It's all right, you know. But I'm not a big fan of blues. And that's their attempt. I think their first attempt at blues. All right. Then we got Mother Nature's Son. Wow, what a beautiful song. Beautiful acoustic Paul tune that it's amazing it's not a huge hit on the radio. You know, I think that has more of a, way more of a appeal than Birthday, and Birthday's always on the radio, you know? But whatever. I love Mother Nature's Son. Fucking gorgeous song. All right, next. Mother Nature's Son. All right, next one. Everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey. That's a John song. It's an awesome song. And I think it has the first crunch riff ever recorded, which Metallica made famous, like Seek and Destroy. You hear that in this song. Like, king, 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 king. They're doing the thrash riff on the White Album, bro. Seriously. And it's on Everybody's Got Something to Hide Except for Me and My Monkey. I love it, and it's out there. The inside is out, and the outside is in. It's a sporadic, crazy tune. Love it. All right, next. Sexy Sadie, What have you done? Wow, another great, it's a mellow John song. You made a fool of everyone. Fucking, oh my God. All these songs make me want to sing. It makes me want to sing. And this is one of them. Absolutely love Sexy Sadie. All right, next. Helter Skelter. Everybody thinks John Lennon's a heavy guy. Man, John Lennon never wrote a song as heavy as Helter Skelter. He tried with Everybody's Got Something to Hide, except for Me and My Monkey. Helter Skelter. A lot of people point at that as the first metal song. I would say it's proto-metal. I won't go as far to say it's a metal song, but it's totally proto-metal. You know what's also proto-metal? Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Blue Cheer, Black Sabbath invented heavy metal. Those bands did proto-metal. All right? All right. Next. Long, long, long. Horrible. Hate it. Fucking George Harrison. With a real crappy George. Even worse than While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And you know how much I don't like that song. This song sucks. And it's not the worst on here. But this song sucks. All right. Rest in peace, George Harrison. The overrated Beatle. In my opinion. All right. Next, Revolution 1. Now, this is the acoustic version of the Electric Revolution. It's great. I love it. Stripped down. It's fucking cool. I dig it. I think it's awesome. You know what, though? There were a lot of songs they didn't put on this album that Paul McCartney later put on his future albums that I think would have been better to put on here than a different version of Revolution. I think this Revolution 1 should have been a B-side on it. Since Revolution was a single, that should have been the B-side. Right? Didn't they record that shit at the same time? They should have released Revolution and then Revolution Acoustic on it. That would have been better. You know? Anyway, I like it. Though I like the electric version more. Alright, next. Honey Pie. You're making me pie. Total granny music that I love from Paul McCartney. It's almost show tune-ish. You know, but it's so catchy and quirky, and it also resembles like music from the past, like the 30s, 40s type music. It's fucking awesome. Love it. Genius! All right, next, Savoy Truffle. This is the best George Harrison song on the album. This song, you listen to it, it sounds futuristic. It sounds like it's from the 70s. It has a David Bowie vibe, what David Bowie did in the 70s. This song had it before David Bowie. You know? I love it. Best George Harrison song on this album. And I like two. I like Piggies and this one, man. I think Savoy Truffle is awesome. All right. The last song. Oh, yeah. Technically, it's not the last song, but for me it is. Because when this song is over, the album's over for me. I don't want to hear it no more. All right? Cry, baby, cry. Make your mother sigh. Beautiful. Another killer. John Lennon. Peak. At the peak. I don't think there's any song he did after this. Not Imagine, not nothing. As good as Cry Baby Cry, I'm So Tired, and Glass Onion. That's what I think. Yeah, I love Cry Baby Cry. It's great. And it's the ending of the album because there's two more to go. That is a waste of time. Waste of my time. All right? Anybody that says they like Revolution number 9, seriously, you're more insane than me. Seriously, you must have like a favorite band and then a band better than your favorite band. Seriously, you're that crazy. But Revolution number 9, what the fuck is this about? And yeah, you play it backwards, turn me on, dead man. And that's supposed to explain Paul is dead? How is it? Shouldn't it say, going backwards, Paul is a dead man, Paul is a dead man, not turn me on, dead man? How the hell is a dead man gonna turn you on? Number 9. And Yoko comes in, all this weird shit going on. It's kind of scary too. There's parts of that song that's just too creepy. I don't like listening to it. So I don't. I did play it today though. I actually played side 4 of this today before I did this review. Because I know the rest by heart, you know. But I wanted to listen to, you know, the last 2 songs that I never did. And then it ends with Good Night with Ringo. Oh God, Good Night is right. What the hell is this baby shit? This is a baby nursery rhyme song, man. Doesn't belong on a Beatles album. Then again, there was that 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I have a little more? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love you. Boom, 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 boom. Roll the boat. Yeah, not into fucking romper room Beatles. Yeah, Good Night to the White Album. A brilliant, awesome album for the most part. Couple blemishes on my part, but there are people out there that love all the blemishes. I do not speak for you. I never, ever would speak for you because I know a lot of you would think differently, and I respect that, man. So, thank you, King Dinosaur. I hope you enjoyed, damn, this over 30-minute review, probably my longest ever on an album, on my album reviews. This may be my longest one ever. And thank you again, King Dinosaur. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, or ring that little notification bell. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. Listen to the White Album too. But, you know, it'd be wise if you stopped it after Crybaby Cry. And smack 'em a gob.